Hello everyone. 5. 5. So far we have solved 5 examples on functional of first order derivative. Still I feel that the problem which I am going to discuss today you will find useful as well as interesting. So let us start with the first example of today's session. So find the extremal of this functional. Extremal means we want to find the solution. That is, we want to find the curve over which this functional is optimum. That is maximum or minimum. Okay. So what is the procedure? We will first find out function f, which is a function of x, y, y dash. So here f is nothing but integrand, which is x square y dash square plus 2y square plus 2xy. Now this involves the terms of x, y as well as y dash. So in this case, the extremal will be given by the Euler's equation, right? So therefore, the solution is given by Euler equation. What is the Euler equation? It is del f by del y minus d dx of del f by del y dash equal to 0. This is our Euler equation, right? Now here we need, let us call this as 1, this is 2. So here, depending upon the requirement of equation 2, we want derivative of f with respect to y as well as derivative of f with respect to y dash. So let us find these two quantities by making use of equation 1. Now equation 1 implies, so we will differentiate 1 with respect to y partially as well as y dash. So what it gives? So we get del f by del y equal to, now so differentiating this with respect to y partially, what we get? So x is a constant, y dash is also constant, that's why derivative of first term is 0. Then plus, now with respect to y, so this is differentiable to derivative of y square is 2y, so it will become 4y, right? Then plus 2x constant, derivative of y is nothing but 1. So this is a derivative with respect to y. Also let us find out derivative of f with respect to y dash. Okay, so what it will be? So here x square is constant, derivative of y dash square with respect to y will be what? 2y dash. So what it will be? 2x square y dash, whereas rest of the terms are nothing but constant, right? So this is constant, so this we have. Let us call it as equation number 3. So put the values of del f by del y and del f by del y dash in equation 2. So using equation 3 in equation 2, we get so what we get? So what this become? So this implies 4y plus 2x minus d dx of derivative with respect to x of del f by del y dash, that is 2x square y dash. So it is 2x square y dash equal to 0. Okay, now let us differentiate this with respect to x. So remember, x square as well as y dash are function of x. So that's why here product rule is applicable for differentiation. At the same time, what we will do, we can take 2 common, right? And this will get cancelled with the remaining term. So what is left when 2 will get cancelled? So here it is 2y plus x minus. Now 2 is cancelled. So differentiation for the remaining term, we will apply product rule. So what it will be? X square as it is. What is the derivative of y dash with respect to x? Remember, it is an ordinary derivative. So derivative of y dash will be y double dash plus, now derivative of x square is 2x and then y dash as it is. Okay, this is equal to 0. Now simplify it further, rearrange as per the requirement of ordinary differential equation. So we will have x square, we will multiply throughout by minus sign. So we have x square y double dash, then it is plus 2x y dash then here it is minus 2y equal to x, right? So what we are getting here, it is x square y double dash plus 2xy dash minus 2y equal to x, right? Now look at this equation carefully. What this is nothing but a, which is a linear differential equation with constant, with variable coefficient. Linear differential equation with constant coefficient, with variable coefficient. And this has a particular name. What is the name of this equation, right? So this is nothing but a Cauchy differential equation, right? This we have seen that if we have such type of format in the differential equation, then this is nothing but a Cauchy differential equation. Now just recall how to solve Cauchy linear differential equation. So we will convert this differential equation with a variable coefficient into a differential equation with a constant coefficient. So for that we have to put x is equal to e raised to z, right? Put x is equal to e raised to z. That means z is nothing but log x, right? Z is nothing but log x. So what we will get? So this implies x into dy by dx is equal to nothing but dz by dx. Okay. So here we have x into dy by dx is equal to dz by dx. This we denote by dz, right? Where obviously what is this capital D stands for? Say we will denote it by d1, right? So where what is d1? d1 is nothing but derivative of z with respect to x, right? It is nothing but derivative of, sorry, this will be dy by dz, right? So it is derivative of z y with respect to z is the d1. Okay. Now, so this we have. So x into dy by dx will be replaced by d1z. Here we have x square y double dash, right? Also, as we know, we can write directly x square into d2y by dx square is equal to what? This is nothing but d1 into d1 minus 1 operating on z. Okay. So therefore, let us call it as equation number 4. So making use of all these substitution collectively as per the requirement in equation 4, let us see what we get. So we get it as so therefore using find in equation 4 we get, yes, so what we get? So this is nothing but d1 into d1 minus 1 operating on, sorry, here it is y, operating on y, right? Then plus 2 x y dash, this, that is d1, then minus 2, all these are operating on what? Y is equal to x. What is x? X is e raised to z. So simplify, what we get? We get d1 square minus d1 plus 2d1. So that is what? Plus d1 minus 2 operating on y is equal to e raised to z. So observe here, In equation 4, a dependent variable is y and independent variable is x, right? So this is now converted by making use of this substitution into a differential equation where y is a dependent variable and z is a independent variable, and this is a differential equation with constant coefficients. So let us solve this. So how to solve this? As it is with constant coefficient, so the solution of this is given by complementary function plus particular integral, right? So to find, let us call it as equation number 6. Now to find CF, that is complementary function. So for this we need auxiliary equation. Now auxiliary equation is, now what is the auxiliary equation? So replace d1 by m in this operator and equate this term to 0. So what we have? M square plus m minus 2 equal to 0. Okay, now solve this quadratic equation and see what we get. So we get it as equal to, so what are the roots of m? What are the values of m? So the values of m are nothing but, yes, minus 2 into 1. Now roots are real and distinct. Therefore, the complementary function will be equal to, right now see, we are solving the equation 6 and then we will obtain the solution for equation 4. So therefore complementary function is c1 e raised to power first value of m, that is minus 2 into independent variable. What is independent variable? Z. So z plus c2 into e raised to power second value of m into z, right? So this is complementary function. Now let us find the particular integral. Okay, now so to find particular integral, now particular integral is equal to, so 1 upon operator this, so that is d1 square plus d1 minus 2, operating on right hand side of equation 6, so that is e raised to power z. Now what we will do, identify coefficient of z over here and replace d1 by that. What is the coefficient of z here according to the case 1 of particular integral? If you wish, you can go through the video lecture on R order ordinary differential equations to get the idea how to find out the particular integral. So here coefficient of z is 1, so that's why replace d1 by 1. So what we will get? We get 1 square, then plus 1 minus 2. So what I am getting? I am getting this as 0. Okay, this is 0. Now when I am getting this 0 means what? Case fails, right? Case fails. So what we do in this case? So we will apply the case of failure. Right, case of failure. So therefore particular integral is equal to, so here we have made the substitution, right? So we will go back to this step and then multiply numerator by independent variable, that is z, and differentiate denominator with respect to d1. So what we get? So it is multiplying by z and differentiating this with respect to d1. So what it will be? 2d1 then plus 1 operating on e raised to z. Okay, now replace d1 by coefficient of z again here, right? So what it will be? Z upon 2 into 1 plus 1 operating on e power z. So what it will be? 1 by 3 times z e raised to z. This is a particular integral. Okay, so now we have obtained the particular integral as well as a complementary function. So therefore we can write the complete solution of equation 6. Therefore, solution of equation 6 is, what is the dependent variable? Y. So y is equal to CF plus PL. Okay, now, so put the value of CF and PL. So let us call this by 7 and this as 8. So this implies y is equal to CF is C1 e raised to power minus 2z plus C2 e raised to power z plus 1 by 3 times z e raised to z. Okay. So this is the solution of equation 6. Whereas we want the solution of equation 4. Just recollect. In 4, what we want? Solution, the final solution of our functional, that is extremal, must be expression of y in terms of x. That is a curve, right? Whereas what we are observing here, y in terms of z. So let us convert this y in terms of x. So how to convert this? So replace what? We have substituted x as e raised to power z. So wherever there is e raised to power z, that will get replaced by x, right? So therefore, solution of equation 4 is the required extremal given by so let us replace y is equal to, I'll write e power z as x. Okay, so what it will be? C1 e power z is x. So x, what is left? To the power minus 2 plus C2 e power z is x, right? Plus 1 by 3 e power z is x. And what is z? Z is nothing but log x. Okay. So this is a required extremal of the given functional. So note here, in order to solve the problems of calculus of variation, right, that is functionals of various order, one should be clear with the concepts of the ordinary differential equations, right? You should know very well how to solve ordinary differential equation with constant coefficients and the various methods. Then only you will find it easy. Otherwise, it will become difficult, because what we are finding here, that when we apply this Euler's equations or the different forms of Euler equations, then this reduces to ordinary differential equations. So it is completely dependent on the various techniques, methods of ordinary differential equations. So I hope this problem is clear to you all. We will solve the example on this in the next video lecture. Till then, keep watching, keep learning. Thank you for watching the video.